This video is made possible with the help of AdventureBox. Oh, good. Ajmo dalje.
Nisu aktivirali, idem da im aktiviram dole životinje.
Aj pa onda beži, da. Aktiviraj im životinje, ono, who let the dogs out? Bravo, brat, bravo. Bacite ih lavovima. My oh my, do I have a surprise for you folks? I know I promised to make a video about a new game I recently started playing, but let's leave that for next week. Because, well, I can't keep my hands off Apex. I just can't. They made an event, a lore event about my favorite legend, so how can I say no to that? I need to make a video about that. Yeah, of course, it's Bloodhound, and the event includes a 10-minute animated cinematic that explains how Bloodhound came to be. You pervs, you know what I meant. And stick around, we'll talk about all of that, the event and the animated short, and at the end of the video I have a little bit of a surprise content for you. The event is live as we speak right now. It has been from 7th of April, and it will be for a whole 2 weeks, the 21st of April. They did add the regular stuff, you know, the town takeover, the cosmetics, and we're gonna talk about all of that, but they added some permanent stuff. So say hi to permanent duos and permanent map rotations. It's a blessing! I believe this is the most requested and needed feature ever since there were 2 maps in the game. Although I didn't imagine it would work on a fixed time schedule. Players demanded duos even earlier. Before we get on to the star of the night, the new town takeover, let's talk about some new minor features. Among those minor additions to the event is the exclusive prize track, so you're familiar with that stuff, you know the drill. You complete daily quests which are the same each day, and you get points and you get some cosmetics. There are also cosmetic collections in the in-game shop you can buy for real money. It's a free-to-play title, it's a free country, I mean Serbia, not America, and I'm totally fine with that. Anyway, the biggest fuss is around the young Bloodhound skin you can see on the screen right now, because it appears originally in the animated short I'm gonna talk about. Oh, spoiler alert! The legendary Hunt event skins from Season 1 make a grand return. And now the new town takeover, Bloodhound Trials. For the first time ever we have a proper PvE added to Apex Legends. Sure, we had flyers and those zombie-like creatures and spiders in Shadowfall, but this time it's a full player versus environment experience. And it's a short one if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, look at this. I present to you the Prowlers. These dangerous creatures originate from the game series with which Apex shares its universe and mythology, Titanfall. But if you think you're safely tucked in while facing these, oh, you're in for a ride, mate. While fighting the beasts which hit like a truck and are fast like lightning, other players can interfere too, so all of you are competing for the same rewards. And that would be some nice shiny loot.
Our brethren's fight is not over.
Okay folks, so we're gonna talk about animated short, the old ways, and if you haven't seen it yet, you are a sinner, and if you want to repel from your sins, go watch the film somewhere here, the link will appear somewhere here, watch it, it's a 10-minute watch, please watch it, come back to my video, and then we can talk about it together. Yeah. And now a quick word from our sponsors, and look at this cool effect. I'm gonna switch apartments and trim my beard in 1, 2, 3. Can you make games without coding knowledge? Of course, with AdventureBox, free and easy to use service. Create games and share them with the world. Play games others made. You don't need anything but your browser, no downloads and low bandwidth demands. 2 types of games, open world adventure and battlefield, but your actual limit is your imagination. New feature coming soon, improved Minecraft import. Make games out of your Minecraft worlds and go crazy with your friends. To create and play Adventure Box games, click on the link in the description below. This is by all means a really good Bloodhound Genesis story and an epic trailer for an event. But that's just the surface. You know, when you dig deeper, this is a coming of age tale, but not of a mere single child, no. It's a tale of growing and maturing of the whole tribe, or in transferred meaning, the society as a whole. I think this story serves as a great reminder that easier and faster is not always greater and better, as Bloodhound's uncle suggests. Yet we tend to get pretty blinded by tradition or habits, legacy, folklore, heritage, or in two simple words, the old ways. Constantly shutting all doors to striving forward and developing ourselves, changing. People are afraid of change, not gonna point fingers, me too. I think that's what we have here in this story. Two extremes. Bloodhound on one side, new ways, and Arthur, his uncle, on other side, the old ways. Both of them not open enough to the other option until they are, but it's too late. And we have casualties. So, young Bloodhound goes on a hunt respecting the old ways, from which the child will return as one of them or will return not at all. During that hunt, Bloodhound stumbles upon a charge rifle, weapon well known to the Titanfall and Apex Legends players. Young Legend uses it to end an unexpected encounter with a horrific beast, but the bird saw it all. Maybe some of you missed that detail, but the Raven is like, "I'm so telling on you," and the young Bloodhound is like, "Oh, I'm f***ed. Maybe I should hide the weapon." Never once the child admits to Arthur the truth. But Arthur knows. In conclusion, the Raven is a dirty snitch. One thing leads to another. Bloodhound is banished from the tribe, but the beast isn't totally defeated and comes for revenge. Further on, the child disregards the old ways once again with a purpose to save the tribe. Bloodhound manages to scare the beast away one more time, but a little too late. Arthur is terminally wounded because he was sticking to the old ways. Little do we know that just in this moment of Bloodhound saying goodbye to his or her uncle, the second parent figure the child lost in the film, comes the crucial plot point. At this moment, when Arthur gives Bloodhound the recognizable hatchet, an heirloom from the game, something much bigger happens. The uncle gives him or her the blessing despite Bloodhound not respecting the old ways twice in a row. And the process of metamorphosis to a character we all love and adore in Apex Legends begins. This is when the real power of the old ways kick in, constantly creating tension, suspense, and that glorified feel of triumph. Quite an emotional roller coaster this one, eh? When faced with the beast for the third time, Bloodhound receives help from the Raven that ratted the child earlier. The bird marks the spot on a pipe which, when ripped by a thrown hatchet, releases a substance that I believe is liquid nitrogen. The beast ends up completely frozen, a subtle reference to the death of the child's father. Bloodhound then reaches out for a nearby gas mask, which provides the distinguishable voice we all know, the second step in the character evolution. Now comes the goosebumps part, the victory, the triumph, the catharsis. Man, I mean, you can't miss it. Even if you close your eyes, you'll hear the strongest musical cue in the film, the main theme from Apex Legends. Bloodhound pulls out the hatchet from the pipe and uses it to finish the opponent. But the metamorphosis isn't complete yet, is it? How could it be without the Raven landing on the Bloodhound's arm? But the final touch, of course, is yet to come. a way to say goodbye to Arthur and to keep a strong memory of him. Bloodhound uses the offering we saw the uncle gave to the old father earlier as a helmet. The legend is complete and ready to tuck a victory and slaughter. And that's how you tell an origin story in 10 minutes. You know what makes Bloodhound so unique? Well, that mystery and veil of unknown that surrounds him or her. I mean, you see what I did there? We don't know. We can't know, and I like how the animated film didn't spoil that mystery for us. In the film, we cannot tell if it's a boy or a girl. So it remains untold. And I like they didn't mess up with that characteristic because it does make the character compared to other in Apex pretty different, right? The second thing which makes this legend different is the Norse mythology inspired background, abundantly present in this animated short. It's not the first time that Nordic tradition serves as a source of imagination for authors creating dystopian, post-apocalyptic, steampunk and dieselpunk worlds. First which comes to mind is the Mad Max universe, especially as depicted in the latest movie, Mad Max: Fury Road. I love ancient cultures, especially the Greeks, Romans, Vikings, Mayans, and Egyptians, and I warmly welcome any kind of incarnations of these cultures in any work of art. That's why I want to believe that one of the main ideas of the Old Ways short film is you cannot have a future without a past. Old and new ways need to work together, and you have to find that fine balance between them. And with that reflection, I'm gonna wrap up talking about this film, folks. But I know I missed a lot of stuff because The Old Ways is a vibrant work of art, and this is where I need your help, dear people. So feel free to fill in on all the gaps in the comments. Please join me in the discussion. Tell me what you think about the movie, especially the music and the Borderlands visuals. I didn't get much time to talk about. Yeah, as a trailer and when it comes to promotion and marketing, it did a really good job, at least on me, because I'm playing the new event endlessly. And that's why I want to show you some of the highlights I managed to capture so far. Enjoy! Ne, promašio sam. Okružio se ovim bombama.
Ja sam ušao dole.
Evo dolaziti, ja spustio se, ubio sam ga na ivici. Umro je na ivici života. Jel ima pravlera?
Round 2.
Ima pravlera živih? Ima. Gde su? Gde je? Jebote! Šta je to? A su me izmasakrirali, šta se dešava? Šta je bre ovo? Buraz, pojeli su nas. Ti si pozvao?
Da, evo ga.
Ti da si normalan, ne? A ja nemam. Buraz, beži. Ali bukvalno beži. Ubio sam jednog. Nema municije. Čoveče, pobio sam ih. Ne, jedan mi ostao. To je to. Jel to to?
Da.
Okay, that's it from me for today, Feli Fighters. I hope you enjoyed something new. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and to join the discussion in the comments. But before doing that, wash your hands. And stay safe, stay home. And remember, it's okay to be different, but it's not different to be okay.